The Korean language has two regularly used sets of numerals, a native Korean system and Sino-Korean system. Construction: for both native and Sino-Korean numerals, the teens are represented by a combination of tens and the ones places. For instance, 15 would be sib-o, but not usually il-sib-o in the Sino-Korean system, and yul-daseot in native Korean. 20 through 90 are likewise represented in this place-holding manner in the Sino-Korean system, while native Korean has its own unique set of words, as can be seen in the chart below. The grouping of large numbers in Korean follow the Chinese tradition of myriads rather than thousands. The Sino-Korean system is nearly entirely based on the Chinese numerals. The distinction between the two numeral systems is very important. Everything that can be counted will use one of the two systems, but seldom both. Sino-Korean words are sometimes used to mark ordinal usage. Yulbian means 10 times while Sibian E², C means number 10. When denoting the age of a person, one will usually use sal for the native Korean numerals, and say for Sino-Korean. For example, Samul-da-sot sal and Isibo say both mean 25-year-old. See also East Asian age reckoning. The Sino-Korean numerals are used to denote the minute of time. For example, Sam-sib-o-bun means 35, or 35 minutes. The native Korean numerals are used for the hours in the 12-hour system and for the hours 0 o'clock to 12:00 in the 24-hour system. The hours 13 o'clock to 24:00 in the 24-hour system are denoted using both the native Korean numerals and the Sino-Korean numerals. For example, say C means 03:00 or 3 a.m/p.m. and Sip-chil C or Yol-ilgop C means 17:00. For counting above 100, Sino-Korean words are used, sometimes in combination. 101 can be Baek-hanil or Baebil. Some of the native numbers take a different form in front of measure words. The descriptive forms for 1, 2, 3, 4 and 20 are formed by dropping the last letter from the original native cardinal, so to speak. Examples: IAE² hanbian, EE degree A do gay, IEO say C. In contrast, in North Korea the Sino-Korean numeral I1/4 Sam would normally be used. Making it I1/4 EO Sam C, E currency E ni myong, Ishi section E su mary. Something similar also occurs in some Sino-Korean cardinals, I permil I niawal, Iowa uol, Ioi siwal. The cardinals for 3 and 4 have alternative forms in front of some measure words, i.e. sokdal, E permil I neat jan. Numerals. Pronunciation: the initial consonants of measure words and numbers following the native cardinals I, Y and I, become tensed consonants when possible. Thus for example, I-yulset is pronounced like I-yulzit, I-ye paragraph A-yodiolgun, is pronounced like I-o-ayodokun. Several numerals have long vowels, namely E, I and E, but these become short when combined with other numerals/nouns. The usual liaison and consonant tensing rules apply, so for example, I-66, 66, is pronounced like I-ioa euro a pound and I to the first I-chilsip is pronounced like I to the first chilsip. Constant suffixes used in Sino-Korean ordinal numerals, E², I degree, and isu are always used with Sino-Korean or Arabic ordinal numerals. For example, III is line number 2 in Metropolitan Subway System. 37 E² E micron is highway number 37. They cannot be used interchangeably. 906 I is app number 906 in mailing address. 906 without I is not used in spoken Korean to imply apartment number or office suite. Special prefix IA, C is usually used in combination with suffixes to designate a specific event in sequential things such as the Olympics. Substitution for disambiguation: in commerce or financial sector, some hanja for each Sino-Korean numbers are replaced by alternative ones to prevent ambiguity or retouching. For verbally communicating number sequences such as phone numbers, ID numbers, etc., especially over the phone, native Korean numbers for 1 and 2 are sometimes substituted for the Sino-Korean numbers. For example, 000 Hanadul instead of 000 Eli for 555 to 1212. or Za-oe-hana instead of Za-oe-il for 4521, because of the potential confusion between the two similar-sounding Sino-Korean numbers. For the same reason, military transmissions are known to use mixed native Korean and Sino-Korean numerals, i.e. I1/4 EI currency I to the first IOI unregistered trademark per mil E cube micron. Notes: Note 1, Korean assimilation rules apply as if the underlying form were IN unregistered trademark SIP-ryuk, giving Simyuk instead of the expected Sibyuk. Note 2, these names are considered archaic, and are not used. Note 3, the numbers higher than 1020 are not usually used. Note 4, the names for these numbers are from Buddhist texts. They are not usually used. Dictionaries sometimes disagree on which numbers the names represent. References: J.J. Song, The Korean Language, Structure, Use and Context, pages 81 ff. See also, Korean language, Korean count word, list of Korea-related topics.